everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is me Vidya from Millennial Mommyhood, and today we are going to speak about scissor skills in children. Now, this is a very common confusion that most of the parents have. When should I start with teaching scissor skills to my child? How should I start it? What is the kind of scissors that I should be using? What are kind of materials that I should be providing to my child? And by when my child should be knowing how to make a perfect snip? Now, in this video, I'm going to cover everything related to age specific things, that is at what age you can expect what, and also how you can slowly develop on your child's scissor skills as well. A very gentle transition to a perfect snip. So here when I'm talking about scissor skills, we are not just talking about making a snip, but we are talking about the skill where the child have to use his fingers. So the child learning how to put his fingers inside this hole, how to hold a scissor, how to hold a piece of paper with another hand and make a snip is a process which involves a lot of things together. And this development happens through a series of development where the child learns quite a lot of things, and combining everything together, the child finally knows how to make a snip or how to cut using a scissor. Now, what are the kind of scissors that can be used for your child, and what age should it be started with? The kind of scissors that you get in market are a lot. So if you're asking me what are the basic kind of scissors that you can invest on, I will say if your child is small, if your child is 1 to 2 years old, you can invest on scissors like this. These are bladeless scissors. They look like scissor, but they do not contain any kind of blade. Instead, they are made of plastic. And what happens is that these kind of scissors cannot snip paper, but instead it can be used for cutting through a play doh. Okay, now I'll come to that, like how it to be used and all these things, but let's just understand what are the kind of scissors you can use. The second kind of scissor you can use is this kind of scissor, and you can see the tip that it is rounded, which basically means these are the scissors with blade, but they are not very sharp and the tip is rounded, which means children cannot poke on their body by mistake, because children, their fine motors and gross motors are not yet developed and they kind of make mistake. Their hands and feet and other movements are not yet in perfect control, and they may end up hurting themselves. So if you are giving them scissors which are having blade, it gives them the practice of snipping paper like the real paper with the real scissor, but at the same time these rounded edges, rounded tip scissor will make sure that they are a bit safer. Now, once you're done with this, the next kind of scissor that you can use to your child is this one. This is a regular small size scissor that you get. Please do not use this kind of scissor for your child if you're trying to teach your children, because their hand is really very small and they cannot hold something very big to make a snip on the paper. Now, these are the basic kind of scissors that you can invest upon depending on your child's age, or rather depending on your child's stage. Now, how to start with what are the things that should be given to the child? First thing that you have to give to your child is play doh. The kind of scissor which I showed you in the beginning, where you have the bladeless scissor, the plastic one, they are used for making cuts through play doh. Give them roll play doh into long strips and give it to them and let them cut. Now, whenever you are giving something to your child, a scissor and play doh or anything to your child, make sure that you teach them the right technique. Show them that with one hand they have to hold the material through which they have to make a cut, and with the other hand they have to use the scissor in a way that the thumb goes up and the rest goes down, and you need to hold it and you need to make a snip. So it is very important to demonstrate and show to your child, and when you are showing it to your child, it is also very important to show them that you need to put your finger over here like this, you need to hold it down like this, and with this you need to hold it this way and you need to make a snip. So it is very important that you properly demonstrate it to your child, because they are very new to this thing, and they can be confused and they can learn a wrong method which is not needed, a wrong technique which is not needed, right? So once you're done, your child is done with snipping or cutting through play doh using a bladeless scissor, the next kind of activity you can give to your children are just long strips of paper. So long strips of paper of 1 or 2 inch width is something which you can give to your child. But something you have to be very careful about in this part is that the paper you are giving should not be very flimsy. It should be little thick. It should be of like good quality A4 sheet, not very flimsy like a glazed paper or a tissue paper or something, because it just keeps on falling down and the child gets kind of bugged or kind of irritated very easily. So give them a thick kind of paper, but something which is at max of only this thickness, and repeat the same thing. Show your child how they need to cut it using the scissor. Show them how to hold it properly. Teach them that they do not have to hold it towards the end, but instead very close to the part that they are actually planning to cut through. Now, once you are gone with this stage and your child knows how to make snips through thin strips of paper, the next thing is we can move on to a more controlled way of cutting, wherein you can give them this kind of strips where you have seen I made these dotted lines, and if you see, these dotted lines are also along the width. It's not something along the length but along the width, which means a small snip is more than enough to cut through that. So why you are putting these dotted lines is that you are actually teaching your child that it is through the dotted lines that you are supposed to cut, and the child slowly starts snipping through the dotted lines, and the child gets a control of the part that the child is trying to snip off. Now in the beginning the child will make mistake, the child will go a bit here and there, it will not be through the dotted lines, but just tell your child that these are the pictures that you need to save and you need to cut only through the dotted lines, and with time the child will excel in this. Once a child is done with this one, what you can do is you can just remove the paper, the pictures which you have drawn, and you can give just normal things with these dotted lines along the width, and you can ask your child to cut through it. Now this time the child does not have any picture or anything to save through, but instead have to just go through those dotted lines and understand that he need to cut through that particular part to make sure that these papers are separated the way my mom or my teacher or my dad or anybody have told me to. The next thing you can do is take long strips of paper like this and make dotted lines through the center along the length, like how it is shown over here, and you can ask your child to cut through it. The child will need a lot of cuts. Slowly the child will learn to cut through this, and this is exactly how the child understands to cut longer distance but through a controlled cutting, that is through the dotted line. So once your child is done with that, the next kind of activity which you can give to your children is to cut through basic shapes. So these are the kind of shapes that I am talking about. It can be square, rectangle, it can be a triangle, but not something which have curves in it, because children are not yet developed enough to make curved cuts. Instead they can only go through straight cuts. So once your child, you feel that they are more comfortable in cutting these kinds of shape out, next thing that you can give is simpler figure with curves. You can give them circles, you can give them semicircles, you can give them any other figure which are not very complex with a lot of cuts, but something which is very simple where the child can cut through. And once they are done with that is when you can start giving them magazine papers or newspapers, and you can ask them to cut out people or buildings or cars and things from there, and more complex pictures, and they will kind of excel more and more in that. So this is exactly how you teach your child about scissor skills and how to use scissor in the most easiest way. But also remember one thing, that before you plan to start teaching any kind of scissor skills or anything to your child, it is also very important to give them a lot of practice on the opening and closing of their fingers. This is very important. So if you feel that scissor skills means directly taking the scissor and using it, no, making sure that their fingers are strengthened by using appropriate kind of finger fine motor skills activities are also equally important. You can give them activities related to pegboard. You can put a small rubber band and ask them to open and close, and you can give these kind of activity where the children have to use opening and closing of their fingers. Tongs you can give to your children, and you can make them practice this way. The opening and closing activity of the fingers or your hand or the child's hand develop a lot, and it becomes very easier for the child to cut. Now, also you need to remember whenever you are giving scissors or anything for your child to cut through, make it more colorful. Give them colorful papers. Give them a lot of vibrant colored papers. This interests the child a lot, and the child will feel like cutting, snipping more and more. Have a lot of cutting practice. The more you cut, the more your child learns. And once you feel your child is superb in cutting papers and other things, you can also start giving them different kinds of materials. Fabrics are an amazing way of giving children. Cotton is something children can easily cut through. You can give them cotton, you can give them canvas, you can give them silk, you can give them yarn, and all these things to cut through, and the child's scissor skills improves a lot with time. So that's it about scissor skills. I hope you people understood a lot from this video, and you understood how you can develop your scissor skills with your children. If you have not subscribed to my channel, do it right away. I'm going to start with a lot of learning series over here for you all, and it's going to benefit you guys a lot. Also, if you are new to this channel, if you are coming directly to this channel, I also have a happening Instagram page. The link is there in the description box. You can go and check it out as well. I share a lot of knowledgeable things over there, a lot of things to help out parents and the little community of learners. So go and check me out over there as well. And all the things which I usually use, or which I give to my child to use, or all those things which are there in my rooms which I bought from Amazon, are linked in my Amazon storefront. The link of that also is there in the description box. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.